So guys, I know a few people are struggling right now with what's going on in the UK and around the world, so I just want to do a little video on a few things that hopefully will put your mind at ease and nice and relaxed. If you're not already, as I said before, follow me on Telegram, revive_yourself on Telegram, and also heading over to www.reviveyourself.co. Put your name and email address in there so you can be on my mailing list so you won't miss any content. Because there's certain things that I won't put out on Facebook and Instagram because of the censorship. I just don't want to get banned, deleted. But on Telegram and on my email list, I'm completely uncensored. I'll be sharing things, all the information that you need to know of what's going on. Now, a lot of people have been saying, Ryan, I'm super stressed with what's going on. Any tips you can get to get me to relax? And because people are having issues with their work, with family, and the brainwashing has gone deep. It's gone so deep, in fact, that you got to remember who you're dealing with anyway. If you listen to someone like Michael Desarian, or even just go and research history yourself, you realise that these people that are behind this is a very sinister plan. The biggest transfer of wealth we've ever seen. The energies that they're using very dark. It's why they want you to scare, different variant, just like trying to spark fear all the time, because they know they feed off of fear. And also, when you're fearful, you're in your limbic system. You're not in your human brain. You're in your mammalian or your reptile. It's all about fight, flight, fornicate, just keeping you there. And so and they'll do anything to survive in that, like give away your freedoms, for example. And they want to keep you there. That's why it's always a new variant. I shouldn't even say that word. A new thing coming out, and they want to, put more of their poison into you. If you haven't seen, they're now saying cardiologists are saying that it's normal for athletes to have, sudden heart attacks, etc. I'm not going to get into too much of it because I don't know what words will trigger things on the algorithm. Obviously, it's completely not normal, and all those things are not reactions. They're just reactions to adverse reactions. They're just reactions to the body being full of poison. That's why you've seen all these young athletes around the world falling prey to it, unfortunately. And now they're saying you need certain things, etc. It's all part of the plan, and this is why they keep you there. They want to keep you fearful, and the more fearful you are, the more you'll go along with what they say, even if it doesn't make sense. The KGB did this in the 60s. They realised that they gave a certain amount of propaganda after a while, and they put people in enough fear. Doesn't matter what facts to the contrary come out, people wouldn't believe them, which is what's going on right now. So much so that they've even got to the point. Remember, the Catholic Church had brainwashing down in the 1700s. They know how to do this. The people you're dealing with are experts in this. Got to the point where even mothers, and fathers, have lost that maternal or paternal instinct. They're actually believing a box in their room more than they are their family or friends, or even listening to that box in the room and not even seeing their family and friends through fear of what can happen. You used to have people going to war to protect their families. Now people are actually going to war against their families because they don't believe in it. I mean, if this whole thing was true, it'd be bodies in the streets, etc. And this, but it's not. It's been a complete farce from the beginning. A few of us called it out. Took a few people to realise. But anyway, they've opened their eyes up to lots of people that are asleep of what's really at play here with these, big pharma, the monopoly tech companies, etc. And big agri, etc. When 40% of the FDA, I'm trying to think what the actual stats were. Well, $4.9 billion of the CDC's budget goes on vaccines. It's actually a vaccine company, and the FDA. But basically, their loyalties lie to big pharma. 45% of their funding comes from them. So these are the things you've got to be looking at, and then just to see how else that. Always say following the money is far better than following the science on this, because there is no science. It's just marketing propaganda. But a lot of people are saying they're stressed. And it's because they're constantly concentrating on the fear what's been coming out, and this is what they want you to do. But if you remove yourself from that fear, it's amazing. So a few things I want to say, because people are saying, oh my God, life's so uncertain at the moment. Life is always uncertain. Here, it's when you actually become comfortable with that, you realise that, it's fine. But they asked Rumi once, Rumi, why are you so content? He said, because I don't mind what happens. Not that I haven't got goals, dreams or desires, it's just that I'm okay with what happens. And because usually it's that rigidity of like, I want things this way, they're not that way, so now things are not that way, and now you're super stressed about it. Or you're worrying about all the things that they've got coming up. But if I said to you, first of all, take a step back, and I said to you, everything's going to be okay. I've looked into the future, I've been there, everything's going to be okay. How would you feel? Your shoulders would relax, you'd be like, oh my God, I feel a sense of calm. And all I've done now is create a fictitious future that's positive rather than negative. And the brain's constantly looking for what's probable, not what's possible. That's why it always likes to go to the same restaurants, the same places, because it likes what's safe. So we don't try new places. Or what happens if that's not good? Or what happens if something goes wrong now? Once you become comfortable with the fact that life is uncertain, so much possibility opens up with you. And when it comes to this, I say that they're always trying to push out the problems and do this and do that, what's going on, and it keeps you focused on the negative. We'll stop concentrating on the problems and start focusing on the solutions. Remember that yes, the world is the way it is right now, but we're not being asked to go over the top. It's not World War I where you've got 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds going over the top, being machine gunned down in their millions, or World War II where we're being asked to go and fight against the Germans or whatever enemy they said was whatever was created. If you haven't watched The Greatest Story Never Told, go and watch that 9-hour documentary about the truth about what's happened. And I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle, but once again, do you think it's all manipulated for population control, etc.? And once again, we're not going to war like that. Families, fathers went away, never come back. Fathers, grandfathers, etc. went away, never come back. And lots of people lost their lives and their livelihoods and their houses in World War I and World War II. We're not being asked to do that, okay? There are solutions. You can come, like that's why I moved out to Mexico when I saw this coming. It's been coming a long while, so I moved here. And we've got community out here in Playa. There's other places people are moving to, go where you're treated best. You can go and live out here in paradise. You're not being asked to go to war. You're out here in the sun, beautiful sea, community of people, like-minded people. When we first came over here, we had 5 Canadians. Now we've got a group of 65 Canadians here. More English people coming, Americans are coming, people that are open-minded. So there are places you can go. You can stay and fight if you want, that's fine. And go and put your energy into that, okay? Or you can be a beacon of light and say, it hasn't got to be this way, we can move. We can go where we're treated best, and that's what I've done. It's best for my sanity, because I've always lived. This is the thing. It's all good going to a protest on a Saturday, but if you're not going to protest every day, then it's pointless. And I've said that the whole time. I've been to a few of those protests, but I protest every day the way I live, complete non-compliance from the get-go, and I'll continue whether I'm in Mexico or wherever I go in the world. I will continue to do that. There's always been ways around things. Humans have always found a way. So we need to look into the solutions, not the problems. And so, if your job's there, you can work online. It's 2021. There's no reason for you to have to be in a certain place to work. You can earn money online. There's things you can look into. You can go on YouTube, learn a new job, look into crypto or stocks or whatever it may be. Ask for help. If you had to tomorrow leave your job, or if you got fired tomorrow from your job, what would you do? You would find a way. It might not be comfortable, it might be uncomfortable for a little while, but you would find a way. Who could you ask for help? These are the things you need to be looking at, okay? And start looking at, once again, the solutions, not the problems. When you start to do that, the whole world changes. Oh, how can I go and live out in Mexico? Where could I be? Who can I speak to? Or somewhere else in the world that's not going through this, okay? Or if you want to stay there, what can I do? What can I look into? Just take your attention away from the box in your room, and start listening to uplifting podcasts, listen to good music, healing frequency music, 432 hertz. Go for walks in nature, spend time with loved ones, communicate with people that are on the same wavelength as you. When I put a post up, people that comment underneath, if they're on the same wavelength as you, say hello, make friends, okay? All that's completely possible. And so there's a few other posts I want to be talking about in terms of health, etc. But when it comes to the mental and emotional side of things, this is why it's so important to do daily healthy habits all the time. Eating good food, making sure you're hydrated, cold showers, journaling, time in nature, time with loved ones, taking your essential supplements, okay? All these things are critical. Listening to things that are going to motivate you and put you in a good frame of mind rather than fearful. Taking your attention away from it. We call it getting away from the gunman. Someone comes in your house with a gun, to rob you. You've got three options. You can either stand there and fight, or you can freeze, both of which may mean you die, or you can move away, remove yourself from that situation. And that's what I do. Every time you see the fear porn, etc., just move yourself away from it. So nonsense. Don't give it your attention. Concentrate on the solutions, okay, guys? Hopefully that helps. That's what I want you to do. There's always things you can listen to, things you can do. There's always solutions. Throughout history, humans have always found a way around tyrannical regimes. Okay, you just have to be prepared to step outside your comfort zone, or what your brain deems as comfortable. It was a thing for me moving out here. I'm going to come back for Christmas, and then I'm going to come out probably for good or for a long time and move around, and we'll see what happens with the world. But I know there's places where we can go. I know that there's people on the same wavelength as me. I know I've got an online business. I know that even if I didn't have an online business, I can come out here and there's plenty of opportunity to get work. So that's what I want you to put this message out today, guys, okay? Solutions rather than problems. Start doing that and start doing all the things that create health, and you're going to be in a completely different frame of mind, thinking about what's possible rather than what's probable, okay? So yeah, what's possible rather than what's probable, especially for your mind, and get that away, okay? Listening to uplifting things, uplifting people, moving towards that, okay? Solutions, not problems. Lots of love, people. As I said before, Telegram and my email list at reviveyourself.co. Name and email in there. Telegram, revive_yourself. Also, if you are dealing with a health issue and you want to overcome it, whatever it may be, send me an email at ryan@reviveyourself.co. That's ryan@reviveyourself.co, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and we can discuss how we can help you overcome that. Otherwise, that's it for today. Stay happy, stay healthy, look for solutions, not problems. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.